I guess Disney's had enough of plummeting ratings, and they have raged on The View and many other shows to tone down their Trump derangement syndrome. This after multiple weeks of plummeting ratings. The View is a useless show. There's a lot of useless television, but basically everybody on this show is low energy, anti-American. They lie openly. Only recently, by the way, have they had to start issuing legal corrections. They're, ABC is in shambles after denigrating Trump, massive lawsuits. Trump has broken traditional TV, and I'm absolutely here for it. I mean, they talked about how another television network has the ratings of junk bonds. It's crazy. Everybody on the show is so gross. They could probably use a little of that sweet cocoa. I've got a quick sponsor for this video, and then we're going to get into all the hilarity. I talk about things being covered up all the time. So you know what else has been covered up? The insane health benefits of cocoa flavanols. The compounds found in cocoa that boost nitric acid, improve heart health, and regenerate brain cells. Before you roll your eyes like you just flipped through a heavily redacted Epstein files, this isn't some nonsense. Let me show you Harvard scientist Dr. William Lee actually backs this up. Check this out.
So, studies have been done to show that the flavanols in cocoa stimulate stem cells to come out of your bone marrow like bees in a beehive in your bloodstream, and they go out and they find wherever it needs to be repaired. If it's in your heart, they'll fix it. If it's in your liver, they'll fix it. If it's in your skin, they'll fix it. And so we can eat foods like high flavanol cocoa in order to be able to actually get the stem cells to work a little bit better.
Flavanols are the good stuff found in cocoa beans, but they're usually destroyed during the chocolate making process. That's where Black Forest supplements come in. They've created the first ever high flavanol cocoa powder packed with everything your body actually needs, and it's only 20 calories. You can mix it with coffee or protein shake, it tastes amazing. This stuff can boost your body's natural stem cell production. Hollywood elites drop $50K on placenta cell injections, but you can drink some cocoa powder and get some of the same benefits without selling your soul for it. Let's be real, as men, we need to be strong, mentally sharp, and in peak condition. No one's going to take care of us but us. Here's what I've worked out for you. I've asked my friends at Black Forest to give you guys a special discount. They're doing a 40% off store-wide discount for the next 40 hours, including the cocoa, that I so highly recommend you guys go ahead and get it ASAP. This offer can only last 48 hours, and they're usually out of stock on this. Take advantage of it while you can. Check the link in the description and pinned comment. Stock up while it's still in stock. Here, I don't know if you saw this. Warner Brothers Discovery credit rating cut to junk bonds status on linear TV's decline. The ratings firms marked Warner Brothers Discovery down to BB plus on overall cable TV weakness as Hollywood studio pivots to streaming space. Warner Brothers Discovery has been downgraded to BB plus or junk bond status for 2025 and 2026 by the S&P Global over linear TV weakness as the Hollywood studio continues to pivot to the streaming space. The ratings firm continued its outlook for Warner Brothers Discovery as stable, but pointed to weak credit metric overall to explain the bond rating markdown to speculative grade. We lowered our 2025 and 26 forecast to continue challenges to linear TV. Linear TV is stuff like The View. Ratings have absolutely plummeted. People got sick and tired of being lied to constantly. More people than ever have access to like real news, whether it's, content creators like myself. By the way, I hope you like and subscribe and follow the channel. Or if it's, individuals like, X, people on X, stuff is getting real-time debunked. ABC tried to say that Trump had completely unfounded, no evidence whatsoever to suggest what was happening to the white farmers in South Africa. And that was immediately buried with facts. This is it. TV is cooked. Linear TV is cooked. All they have left, they're basically in such a death spiral because the only people really watching linear TV are people that either only have a roof antenna, which, by the way, you're probably winning at life if you're not paying for all these streaming services and everything. But you have, I'm being unironic. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need all this stuff. Or it's like Trump deranged people that they just need their Jimmy Kimmel every night. They need their Jimmy Kimmel. They need their The View in the morning. I mean, if you watch The View, you either work second shift or you're unemployed. I don't know who, or retired, I guess. So all the people that watch linear television, old school television, are dying off, and they're not able to bring in any new viewers because people turn it on and they're like, yo, you're lying constantly. I mean, remember when this happened? Here's Megyn Kelly just not that long ago when The View had to issue 4 legal corrections.
That hot mess that they air in the mornings called The View had to issue not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 corrections, legal corrections, 4 legal notes. We only have 3 of them on camera, but look
I think
at this.
they were
I have
in the day.
another legal note. Both Trump and Pam Bondi have denied allegations of a quid pro quo. I have a legal note.
You want to take this one, Joy, or are you good?
I mean, I like how they're so exacerbated, but they're lying on air, and the more legal notes that Trump would send them, the more their own audience is like, crap, these people are lying.
Has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime.
That's true.
Also, another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. He has denied any wrongdoing.
Not to mention what they did at that debate, where once again, they tried to fact check only one side.
Yeah.
And then when their fact checks got fact checked, they cowered. They cowered and
That now has led to Disney CEO Bob Iger and ABC News boss have sat down The View host to tell them to tone down the anti-Trump criticism. It's killing their show. People don't want to tune in. Multiple sources share details with the Daily Beast about a meeting in which ABC News president delivered a message that left the co-hosts unnerved. Disney and ABC News have asked the hosts of The View to tone down their political rhetoric, multiple sources told the Daily Beast. Since President Trump's election in 2024, the panel of co-hosts on The View, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Sarah Hines, and Anna Navarro, and Sonny Hosten, I don't know who any of these people are, they all seem like losers, have consistently criticized the Trump administration officials and policies. But its constant focus on Trump and politics seemed to have roiled the network's top bosses, including Disney CEO Bob Iger and ABC News President Alman. Not even going to try to pronounce that last name. ABC CEO convened a meeting with The View's executive producer and its host and suggested the panel needed to broaden its conversations beyond its predominant focus on Trump derangement syndrome. 2 sources familiar with the meeting said that the CEO highlighted episodes with celebrity guests that were highly rated, one source said, and encouraged them to lean into such coverage going forward. What he's saying is, everyone's tuning out. You are horrible liars. Everyone knows you're lying. They don't tune in because they don't want to be lied to. Why don't you go back to being the court jesters that we're paying you to do and just do your job, right? On top of that, the people that watch The View don't want to watch them have Trump derangement syndrome all day. One source familiar with the meeting characterized the host as telling their boss, "This is what the audience wants. Isn't it going to look kind of bad if we're all of a sudden not talking about politics?" Ultimately, the women found the request, quote, silly, and that they were just going to keep doing their thing. Still, the conversation continued to stay at the top of mind for at least one of the co-hosts. During Disney's upfront presentation day to advertisers last week, an annual glitzy gathering where media companies seek to woo brands to advertise with their shows, Navarro had a direct conversation with CEO Bob Iger, Disney CEO, according to multiple sources. Navarro thanked Iger for allowing the hosts to continue doing their jobs in a politically turbulent environment. The sources said Iger confirmed he supported the show, but also reaffirmed that the show needed to tone down its political rhetoric. What's going to happen is they're going to get canceled, and they're going to say that it's, phobic or sexist or whatever. But what it's going to come down to is he's looking at the ratings, and the ratings are suggesting that no one cares. Like, no one cares. ABC, the conversation made it clear. Suggestion to tone down the politics went all the way to the top, the sources said. Another source familiar with the matter said ABC will constantly have conversations with talents based on viewer feedback, and this instance was no different, suggesting the show's viewers have also indicated they want the show to be less political. It's literally, it's almost like the get woke, go broke thing is real. Despite suggestions otherwise by ABC's top brass, the political coverage appears not to have affected the show's rating. The show is #1 among daytime network talk shows and news programs. So, they're the smartest kid on the short bus. That doesn't mean anything. All the other daytime talk show hosts, by the way, they all spurg about politics too. What happens when there's going to be a competitor that's like, hey, I think that we're not going to talk politics. We're not going to talk politics. We're going to go. Where are people going to go? I, for one, hope they keep, I hope they keep talking about politics. I think when the CEO of your company says, hey, maybe your job is to make money and advertisers don't want to advertise on your show. And, people don't want to watch your nonstop Trump derangement syndrome every day. When they tell you that and you say, nah, I'm not going to listen, I'm not sure that's going to work out great for you. But hey, what do I know? I only have quadruple the viewership of The View every day. No big deal. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.